Welcome back to Harrowings podcast. And Jessica Alpha is with me again. I don't know how many times we've been talking, Jessica, but you've got a new app up that and running with your friend who was helping you with Petpedia that we've talked about in the past, which is supposed to help you get out in front of any issues your pets might be having and with
Yes,
your interest in veterinary medicine. But this time there's something new afoot. Over to you.
there is something new afoot. However, I do want to make this very clear. This is not my app. Okay, I take no responsibility for this app. However, it is a fun app. It's called Astro Arcana. I'll see if I can type it in the chat because who knows how to spell that otherwise. But and my friend, his name is Dwayne. Genius, like literally a genius. He is usually acknowledged as one of the best programmers in the Southwest United States, and he runs his own business. And he was laid off from the same company that I was, but he didn't have to go find another job because, again, one of the best programmers in the Southwest. So instead, he just took his time to write a bunch of apps, including Petpedia. But lately, he's been working on some more fun ones just to kind of give himself a break from the grind of the more challenging apps. So Astro Arcana is a horoscope app. It has all kinds of things on it. I know there's numerology on there, tarot card reading, and a really fun one at compatibility. I don't know if you've played with that one at all, Hal. Oh, you've
Yeah.
got tarot cards.
And this is haunted. And it's actually a Cursed Appalachian tarot card deck.
Oh my
Cursed
gosh.
Appalachia. My friend in Pittsburgh, Genevieve Barbie, did it. Actually, it's autographed on the back there.
Oh
Genevieve
wow.
is an
That's
artist.
beautiful,
It's really
beautiful
nicely
artwork.
done. Yeah, it's got a nice little folder and a little book that goes with it. Um, and all of the artwork is produced by her little outfit, I believe, by
Wow.
herself. But the little
That's
booklet that
stunning.
goes with it to explain it all. I have yet to do it. I'm supposed to have a session with them where they teach me to read tarot cards. But go ahead with what you were saying.
You absolutely need to have me back after you've done the tarot card reading because I would be very interested to hear about that. So anyway, Astro Arcana, look at that, man.
Yeah,
I
it's nice.
cannot promise any pretty artwork on this app. I can promise interesting readings. Now, what I do know is the fun part about this, because this guy is so darn smart, he went ahead and loaded actual charts in it
Good.
for it to be referenced. Now, again, it is for entertainment purposes only because I don't want you to turn around and sue my one of my dear friends. So, entertainment purposes only. I'm going to say that I don't know how many times, but uh, this is the my phone will stop falling asleep. This is a home screen, and I know how you've messed with it maybe a little bit, and it will tell you for free. It will tell you your all the information about like your sign and all that sort of like your charts and things. You'll see a picture, but it will also tell you your daily horoscope, and you can get your compatibility match. And you can also put in random birthdays for compatibility. So you can have a lot of fun with this, like putting in like, ooh, would I be a good match for a celebrity? So I might do that in a minute here just to see what would happen for fun. But yeah, so it's an interesting app, but it is for entertainment purposes only. Now, I am curious, what has been your experience with horoscopes and astrology and do you have any numerology as well? What do you think about all that stuff?
I don't know. I dabbled in a lot of these things over the years, and I don't know. Is my standard answer to everything. I just know how things seem to me. And it seems to me that there is much more to reality than we can perceive or ever take in through the apparati we have available. So tapping into things is kind of a nice idea. I've studied the I Ching a little bit through the lens of Carl Jung's introduction to the I Ching that he wrote, back in the, I don't know, 30s or something like that. And a lot of people got very interested in that. And I've thrown the yarrow stalks and things of that type to try to give some divination, right? And there are 64 different patterns that these can take, the of the different solid lines versus broken lines and the hexagrams that those develop. And 64 seems to be an interesting number. So, numerology wise, I mean, I have always seen the recurring 2 4 coming up. I'm born February 4th. That's 2
Mm.
4. 1963, and that also is a 2 thing with 3, right? 3 and then 6. So you double 3 and you get 6. So I've always been kind of fascinated by that recurrence. My dorm room at Randolph-Macon College was 24. My issue
Oh,
number in Colonial
interesting.
Williamsburg for my fiferdom was, I still do a lot of fifing. It was 124. That was my issue number. So who knows? Is there something to it, or is it just random chance? I mean, you could take any perspective, and I like to take different perspectives on things. It's entertaining for me, keeps my mind active, right? I could say, well, you think this is true, but maybe that's true. And so that's my experience, with astrology in particular. Was born in Aquarius, and my parents used to read the horoscopes over the breakfast table just about every morning when the newspaper came. So that was always a big part of the day, was knowing what your horoscope was. I just did my horoscope based on what you said. I plugged into Google daily horoscope for me, born on February 4th, 1963, 3:21 a.m. in Williamsburg, Virginia. I always thought that was interesting too. 321. Boom, I'm here. So that, and by the way, it looks like no, you didn't freeze. You're still listening. Okay, good. I can see you
Yes,
move
yes, I'm
now.
listening. I saw you freezing too, so it's probably on my end. But yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Hopefully, we're coming through okay, and people are listening. And if you have questions, write them in the chat. We might see them. Um, we've got like 4 other people here. So my horoscope came up on the AI overview as change does not have to mean chaos for you today, Aquarius. As Uranus forms a powerful aspect with Pluto, expect breakthroughs that reveal outdated habits and highlight smarter systems in your life. And I like this part. Your ruler, Uranus, is amplifying your public presence, bringing a sudden push to finally close out old, long standing projects, even if the evolution feels a bit sudden, trust that it is guiding you in the right direction. So here we are with public presence.
Hey, that's great. Okay,
Goes on.
I asked for mine from the app. It's
Okay, great.
loading. It's thinking about it. So we'll see what mine is today. Mine the other day, I checked it out of curiosity. It was I didn't understand a word of it. So we'll see if today is a little bit more my level. Oh, this is lengthy. Look at this. This is
Oh, yeah,
a
let's hear
bit
it.
of a
Let's hear it.
read.
Go
All
for it.
right, I'm going to do my best with pronunciation. Okay. With the sun in Cancer touch. Oh, I should say, by the way, my birthday is April 18th. So I am an Aries. Okay. With the sun in Cancer touching your fiery Aries sun and moon, you feel a protective surge today, blending nurturing instincts with bold action. Oh, gosh, I hope not. My daughter has Kung Fu today. I don't want to get in a fight with anyone. The transitioning Yes, that is right. The transitioning moon in Virgo grounds your emotions through service, while the waxing crescent moon amplifies your Gemini rising. What is all this? Urging clear communication as Pluto harmonizes with your natal Pluto in the sixth house. Deep transformations in health or routines offer powerful renewal. Oh, well, that part sounds good. However, oh, why is there always a however, Hal? It just feels like the story of my life. Neptune challenging your natal Neptune in the eighth house may blur boundaries in shared resources or intimacy. Trust your intuition over logic. Never do that, people. Trust your logic. With Sun and Moon in your 11th house, focus on your community goals where Mars in your first house drives your identity with dynamic energy. Embrace the day by speaking truth gently and protecting your inner peace. Now, that last part I like, speaking truth gently and protecting my inner peace, because I don't have much inner peace right now while I'm still on the job hunt, but by golly, I'm going to protect the little bit that I have left. So that was a very thorough daily horoscope, I will say. I'm going to, out of curiosity, pull up one on the internet. Hal, do
Okay.
you have one, a website that you use or like for horoscopes?
I don't actually use them usually, so this is just what I did. I just ran it in Google, and I'm using the AI mode, and I just ran my family as you were
Oh,
talking to us there about what you've got, and that was interesting because my mother is going to be moving into memory care today, from her senior living facility, sort of independent living kind of situation. She's not doing well. So it's interesting that the
oh, I'm
horoscope
sorry to
for
hear
her
that.
came up with, driven by the pioneering spirit of Aries, the current cosmic alignments push her to focus on personal health, daily routines, and organizing her immediate environment. Couldn't be more spot
Organizing her
on.
immediate environment.
Right. And
Now,
daily routines and
question:
personal health, personal
Did
health.
you put this into Gemini or ChatGPT?
It's going into Gemini. It's the AI mode on
Did,
Google.
I like Gemini too, but does Gemini know about your mom? Because listen, Gemini is a little bit devious sometimes.
Yeah, it may be.
Let's see what
And
it.
it actually says key advice: small, steady adjustments to her comfort levels will bring great emotional peace today. And so, yeah, she might actually know something about it because I've actually been talking about it on Substack here. I think I put something that could be picked up on Facebook as well. So, I'm too disclosive, probably. Also, my father's it picked up on my father's is grounded in the disciplined, structured energy of Capricorn. He was January 16th, 1933, and he's passed
Yeah.
away. So, key advice: it is an excellent day for him to share stories, pass down advice, or review family milestones. and, yeah, I don't know if he's doing any of those things from the other side, but it's possible. And then and anything's possible, right? I operate in a space of maybe logic, like we talked about. So, what have you
Hmm.
got?
So this is almost scary. Okay. And the funny part is I don't remember a lot of the horoscope that I just read, but this is the bottom part of the Gemini version, and it says, because your native Aries energy is so action oriented, you can sometimes push yourself to the point of burnout. That's true. Today's alignment asks you to match that high morale with active recovery. Protect your energy by taking a little time for silence, slow stretching, or focused workout to release the physical tension. So, yeah, kind of the same thing as what I just read, at least to some degree, because it was telling me to protect, my peace, my internal peace, and it also told me to focus on healing and recovery. So there's absolutely a lot of overlap, which is interesting. It's interesting because
Yeah.
I'm about 99% sure that the AI model that my friend used for the app was not Gemini. It was a different one. So, yeah, that's interesting. Uh, okay, cool. It has a lot more in here. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Some of this is not true. Your financial balance is strengthening. That's news to me, Hal.
Hopeful.
um, let's see. Keep your eyes on sustainable growth rather than impulsive high risk gambles. Well, that I've always known because I, I I write for financial advisors. That's what I still do right now. And so, yes, you should always focus on sustainable growth. However, you need to be out of debt and be able to pay your bills before you can focus on sustainable growth, people. So, anyway, yeah. So that money one, I don't think is true. Career and work. Your innovative and distinct ideas are highly favored right now. Trust your instincts on a project, especially if it requires a fresh creative angle. Well, that I have been doing, and I do feel like it has been paying off. And that's been good. Keep your eyes on sustain. Oh wait, I reread that. Coworkers or clients are primed to appreciate your unique spin on things. Well, I mean, kind of siloed right now since they took me off salary and put me on a contract part-time role. But yeah, sure. Do you have anything interesting on your end for your family's horoscopes?
Well, my Like I said, I think that you were on to something when you said that Gemini would do devious things like searching other things to find out more and give you more detail that's spot on. Same with Grok. Grok is doing a similar thing with my own horoscope. It shows me as a probable Scorpio rising, although 3:21 a.m. is right on the cusp, apparently, between being a Sagittarius rising, which is what I always thought I was, and Scorpio rising. But yeah, I don't know. The things that saying key life patterns are awakening in service. All these things are things I write about all the time.
Yeah.
Communication and legacy, challenges and gifts, current and ongoing. That is a 63-year-old in 2026. You're in a rich phase for integration. Plutonic depth meets Uranian innovation. Look to transits like Uranus and Pluto squares for revolutionary personal collective insights. So, similarly, tapping into that. And of course, it's also tainted by the fact I was just looking up Richard Tarnas's Cosmos and Psyche that we are talking about a little bit before
Yeah.
we got on here, which is a book
Yeah.
about how archetypal patterns recur in history and can be linked to cosmological alignments, for what it's worth.
So, how for science? Are you willing to ask for your daily horoscope on the app to see, because you at least won't be able
Oh,
to pull anything about you.
I don't know if I can get the app. Is it available like on my desktop? What's it
No, it's
called?
only available on the phone, but I thought that he was supposed to make it available for Apple phones as well, but maybe he didn't get to it.
Well,
I
I
can
would have to go
certainly.
off of this conversation to do it. So I
Oh,
don't want to
okay.
do
Well,
that.
no, don't do that then.
I'm on my
You know
iPhone
what
here, so I
though?
can
You
see
know what
my screen.
I can do? I can actually clear my birthday information and put in yours, and we can get your
That's
daily
good. Yeah, go
horoscope
ahead. Let's give it a
on
run.
the app. Is that good? Okay.
Yeah, like give it a run.
Let's give it
Mine's
a run. I like it.
mine's February 4th, 1963, and
All
I
right,
was.
give me 1 second here.
I'll
I need
take
to
your time. Yeah.
figure out. Okay.
And if anybody has questions in the
Um,
meantime who might be viewing our conversation, I highly encourage you to interject them. I know we're probably just winging it and
yes.
going so fast it's probably hard to keep up with. But this is about an
But you know what?
astrology app. Good.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I'm having a lot of fun with this astrology stuff because yeah, I never really looked into it other than because my family takes kung fu. I've always known I was an Aries. I was like, huh, I wonder what my Chinese horoscope is, and so I've looked that up, and it was surprisingly on point for my entire family, which is really interesting. But yeah, other than that, like you, I didn't really do like daily horoscopes or anything. So let's see here. 1963.
February the 4th.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, 1963, February 4th. Okay.
And
Um,
time 3:21 in the morning a.m. and place
your poor
Williamsburg.
mother.
Place was Williamsburg, Virginia. Yeah, I was a second baby. I was an 8 pounder,
Mm.
but she was coming up on 24 years old. She would be 24 March 25th when I was born. And my sister, she brought home on her first wedding anniversary on June 27th. But my sister was born June 21st and then came home on the 27th.
Oh wow.
So, yeah,
I
it's
had
a
to keep an eye
big
on her.
deal. So we had the full gamut too. My sister is sort of a Gemini Cancer cusp on June 21st. So she's water sign. I'm air. My father's earth. My mother's fire. So we had the
Oh,
whole gamut.
got the whole Pokemon index. Great.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, we always sort of were aware of that. My father and mother became earth and fire, and what that would make was brick. You get good solid brick.
Oh,
And
that's interesting. I like that.
air and fire is my combination, I think, more than air and
Hmm.
water. Though they are trying to make me a Scorpio rising, I believe I'm a Sagittarius rising.
Yeah.
It's right on the cusp, apparently, somewhere. What is it showing?
Somewhere.
Have you got it yet?
So I've put it in. Oh, I
Uh,
have to press the correct button. It is thinking about it.
Okay, great.
Okay, I've got it. Yours is a little shorter than mine, not by much, but let's see if this makes any sense. And the good news is that it's not going to know anything about your
Oh,
birthday. So,
okay.
oh, am I here?
You're here now. Yeah, there was a little
Okay, good.
glitch, and then it sped up. It actually
Gotta
sort
love cameras.
of.
Good old internet. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if this still wants to work. So, with the sun in Cancer touching your fire. Wait, why does this say fiery air? Uh oh. I don't think it saved your birthday. That is that is still my daily horoscope. Maybe it won't let me have another horoscope for the day. It's like, hey, quit trying to cheat. Let's see. Okay, so it says, welcome back, Aquarius.
That's getting there.
Yeah, a map of the sky at your birth. There's your sky,
Lovely.
which
I
I
like
think
that. That's beautiful.
that's very pretty.
That's really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I like that.
I don't know what any of this means, by the way. Again, I'm not. This is not my area of expertise. I'm definitely more in the almost every other industry, but not in astrology. So let's see here. Yeah, it's not. Oh wait, there's a refresh button. Let's see if that worked. I'm glad he thought to put a refresh button. Um, hmm. Maybe if I log out and try again. But if it doesn't want to give me another free daily horoscope on the same day, which if it does, I'll have to tell Dwayne like, hey, by the way, this app is letting people get away with it. But uh, if not, then I would love to chat to you about Chinese horoscopes because I think that's really interesting too. But let's see if I because usually when you welcome back Aquarius. Okay, it's going to make me watch an ad. I would like, well, since I have your information, Hal, I may have to pick it for you instead. Is there a celebrity you'd like to see if you have compatibility with?
I can't think of one
I,
offhand.
I the answer's no, not really, Jessica. Quit it. Okay, let's see here.
It's just not
Close.
coming up for me. Celebrities don't, I don't. I
You
have
know,
no sense of
um,
celebrity. Just oddly enough, to speak of.
well,
I mean, there's people I
what about
admire
any
out there in the world.
what about
Hmm?
singers or theater?
It's not really of interest. I'm very much my own self, so I have a hard time
Yeah,
comparing me with other people.
that's
Authenticity
fair.
is on my mind right now, and trying to
Oh,
be, focused on that. And so that's probably blurring my vision for other, people to look up to or whatever. But Anthony
okay.
Hopkins popped into my head though just now. I like his vibe.
How
Maybe
about
too much
this?
Hannibal Lecter in there though.
If you promise not to kick me out of the podcast, what if we put your wife's birthday in there and just see what it does?
Okay, give it a shot. I don't
Okay.
know what time of day. I don't think she does either. It's
Okay.
September 20th, though, 1967, and Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Her mother lived across the street from the hospital. So she just had to cross the street and have Len, and that was done.
So let's hear.
So, and that was her only child. So, 37 years old, she had her only child, and she lived on to 92 when she
Oh
passed
wow.
away in 2022. So I
I'm
miss
sorry.
her.
You said 1967.
Yep,
Is that
67,
correct?
September
1960
20th,
September.
in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. The home of Mr. Rogers and of Arnold Palmer.
Oh, that's kind of neat. September
Yeah, in fact, she ended up
20.
sitting on Arnold Palmer's lap in the barber shop while her father was having his hair cut. Her father's name was George W. Bush, actually. He was a forklift driver at Latrobe's Rolling Rock Brewery, not the president of the United States. What was weird was my parents. being now the, you know, um, in-laws of George W. Bush's daughter, were sitting with Lieutenant Governor Hagee at a thing for the Jamestown Yorktown Foundation some years ago, and Governor Hagee's child was his son was married to Barbara Bush, I think, or Jenna. I'm not sure which. I think it was Barbara, and might have been Jenna. The twins, George W. Bush. So
Yeah,
Hagee and his wife were also the in-laws of George W. Bush's daughter. As were my parents. Yeah, there's the
nice.
synchronicity for you. Yeah, I like
Yes,
synchronicities of that type. That was funny.
it is
I don't think
fun.
that anybody at the table actually picked up on it enough to mention it. But after the fact, when I heard that my parents had been, seated with the Hagees at the 1607 Society, as they call it, I was thinking, that's funny. Is anything coming up on your app?
Yes, so you are a 69% compatibility, good potential. It says a compatible pairing that requires mutual effort and understanding.
Hell yeah.
How do you feel about that? Is that about
she,
right?
she has to put up with me in order to stay in the marriage. And I have to basically just try to measure up to her standards, which has been the case of just
Oh,
about every relationship. And I think the animus thing that the Jungians talk about is really very much true. That every
mm,
conversation between a man and a woman ends up being a conversation between the woman's animus, her father image, and the guy's more emotional nature, the anima, right? The female aspect, which in my case is Eris, the goddess of chaos and strife and discord.
oh my gosh. Of course it is.
I use her all the time in my images on my posts, that it's like the goddess Eris in the bunker monitoring the world situation, and I do think there's a lot of creativity that comes up out of chaos. In fact, if you look at the Hesiod, right, when that ancient Greek text, the children of chaos, are the first emanations that come up out of in the beginning. There was just chaos, and then you had things emerging up out of it, like night, Erebus, and Tartarus, which is this dark kind of place, and that's Tartarus is actually a mountain, I think, on which they um, chain Prometheus for punishment of his sins. Right. Then there's Gaia, the Earth, and then there's Eros, which is the creative energy, and Eros is the only one that's human,
Hmm.
which is a very interesting kind of projection out of Hesiod. There are others that emanate, the god, the origin of the gods that they talk about in that ancient Greek text. I think that's really talking about the psyche too. So when it comes to cosmos, the cosmological, the astrological, and how it affects our minds, I don't know. There's a lot to be found in astrology that might be stimulating us towards taking paths. It's the type of guidance you get from your app. So
Yeah.
now, how's the app doing out there in the world? Do you know how many users it has and that type of thing?
I haven't looked or asked him. I just told him I would talk about it and
Hmm.
get my friends to try it
Yeah.
because
Now, what's it called and how
it's
do we
kind of
find
it's
it?
okay. So it's called Astro Arcana. I'll try to type that in the.
Yeah, type it in the chat. Great. That's
It's
helpful.
called Astro Arcana, and I know it's available in the Google Play Store if you have an Android phone. I thought he already had it on Apple, but I do know that Apple is notoriously mean when it comes to trying to get apps on like approved because you have
Oops.
to have
All
it's.
right, have you?
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm still
okay,
on.
yeah,
I'm
okay,
looking
good.
in
So
the
yeah, I
App
know that.
Store.
Oh, nice.
I'm
But
trying
yes,
to.
I know that it's in. Oh, you found it. So is it in
No,
the
I'm not
Apple
finding it
Play
yet. I'm
Store?
looking. I'm
Oh
looking
no.
now.
Okay. It may not be. It should
Astro
be, but it may not be. But it
Arcana.
is available in the Google Play Store. I've got it on my Android phone, and it's a fun little app. I really like the compatibility, like matchmaker thing. That's a fun one because you can put in anyone's birthday, whether it's your current partner or your celebrity crush or whoever's birthday, and it will tell you a match. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not come at my friend if you get a 20% match on your partner. It is for entertainment purposes
I'm
only.
back.
Okay, don't
Okay.
come after him. Yeah.
I don't know if I can do this or not. Let's see. No, I can't put a picture in the chat, sadly, but I took a screenshot to show you one called Arcana that has to do with
Oh.
astrology, but that's not it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I dropped that down.
Then I
Astro
will.
Arcana is not on the App Store for iPhone yet.
Okay, so it's for
Pretty well.
Android. So if you're the one of the cool kids and you got Android, then you can download it.
There's a
Otherwise, maybe you need to
ton.
switch phones.
There are a ton of astrological apps so out there,
There
which
are,
it means there's a
there
lot of
are, yeah.
competition for this.
Hmm.
And but a very interesting little project. And it's interesting
It's
to
a
talk
fun one.
about how we
Yeah,
see the world and the people in it, and then how we're influenced by broader forces and what they represent.
yeah,
But everything is symbolic, and I think our apparatus or apparati for assessing the world and the cosmos in general is kind of limited, and we're getting all time new information in about things out there, but so much of it is an outpicturing of our inner state. Is what some thinkers have said, that literally as you are inside is how the world is projected out from the inside, as opposed to it being out there and being taken into the inside. I don't know, but I like to think that sometimes when the weather is bad, that it's basically because of my mood. It's an
yeah.
outpicturing of my inner state. And when it's nice,
That's
it's
right.
in my inner state is probably, in a fairly amiable mood. I think we all have a responsibility to try to take ownership of the world that we're co creating and that we're perceiving.
Mm,
And that's a message I'd like to get out there to the world, too, is that whether you use the lens of astrology or you use another lens of more rational thinking, or that x equals y, whatever, it doesn't make necessarily so. And we should all stay in a state of sort of maybe logic about it, of like, I
yeah.
could be wrong, but this is the way it appears to me. And as I walk down the street, you probably see this if you follow me at all, is that I'll go down and just film the passing show, and I'll be talking about how we're co-creating this world through every cent we spend, whether it's on an app or anything else. That money is energy that moves
Yeah.
things somehow. And
Yeah.
we're talking a little earlier about your current fortunes. So, uh,
No lack of, dear Hal, but yes, I've
well,
just
let's
been
bring
trying
it.
to get a senior copywriter or content strategist position. I've
Okay.
been trying for 6 months now because
Yeah.
the hiring market is it's very interesting. If you read the headlines, it's like, oh, there's a strong job market right now. That is a lie because unfortunately, even LinkedIn is notoriously bad about this. I ranted about it on my LinkedIn yesterday. It was like, we found the perfect match for you. Here's this job. P.S. It was posted 9 months ago. It's not a real job. They just forgot to take it down. So what's happening is, there's that piece of the puzzle, and then the double-edged sword is AI. Okay, I
Yes.
love AI. I've got an app with it and everything, but the truth is I am not a beginner copywriter. However, AI has taken over 40% of AI of copywriter positions, beginner ones. 40%. It's taken it. They've been laid off. They've quit because AI has just it's been able to do. People can, especially small business owners, smaller companies, they can literally just say, "Hey, Jim and I." Make me a blog post about this, and it'll do it, and then they can post it. They don't need a copywriter to do it. And so because of that, now I'm not just competing with other senior copywriters. I'm competing against volume, where I am over 200, one of over 200 applicants for every job that I apply for. So this is where it gets really, really stressful. It's because I know I'm qualified for specific roles, but I just get lost in the sea of applicants. You know, they do look at them, but it's just there's so many. What can you do? It's very tough.
It is, and my heart goes out, of course. And in my situation, was laid off from a gig as an enterprise architect. I've been doing it for 20 years plus. I could probably go out there and scrounge up another one of these gigs, but they changed a lot. What the
Mhm.
kind of request is, what the kind of work is, and I'm just evolved out of it, and to the point where I was like, I'm not even gonna try. If somebody comes after me, I will listen to them, and they're not coming after me as much anymore,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But I took a job as front of house in a daily provisions shop down the
How's
way,
that
and
going, by
I'm
the way?
I'm loving it. I love it
Oh, that's
because
good.
I'm not doing it for anything but basically keeping the wife happy. I'm bringing in
Yeah.
something, and my
Right.
Substack is not paying the bills. Though
Right.
paid subscriptions can help us, and the platform
Hmm.
itself is built to help us, and some people
Hmm.
are making their way in it, but some people aren't. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
different voices about why that is and what's going on, and I
Yeah.
don't really want to enter into that. I'm
Right.
happy with my board of directors, which is my
Yes.
paying subscribers to Harrowings,
Yes. And
and
you know what? I
they're not.
saw that you're up to 900 subscribers, by the way, Hal. That's great. When we
That's
first,
free, yeah, and some of them may be
yep.
junk,
But you know
but
what? That means that you've got people that enjoy what you do, and I think
and I know
that's,
some of them, yeah.
yeah.
And I'm getting to
I think
know
that's
others.
awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Thank you. And I did crack 900, and it's been very slow growth lately, but it's steady.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
goes up and down because people come in, they go out. I'm going
Right.
out of a lot. Actually, I went just the last day or so. Went through and started unsubscribing to some of the 5,000 subscriptions I've got. I
You
went
got a
through and
lot of
just I
subscriptions.
wanted to know the limit. The limit is
Right.
5,000. You can't subscribe to more
Wow.
than 5,000 feeds
That's a
of
lot of
people,
subscriptions.
but you can follow a lot more. And I don't know the
Right.
upper limit of the followers either, but I think I'm there too. I just decided to see what the limits are. I always like to find out what the limit is. And
Yeah.
that's why I approached 6degrees.com back in 1990s. But this is not social media. This is actual like press is the way
Yeah.
I look at this. All of what I'm doing, I consider it journalism of sorts. And
Yes.
whether it's
I
our
agree.
individual interview or whether it's
Hmm.
the passing show or out there on the street filming who, what, when, and where, there's
Hmm.
evidence of people moving and
Right.
doing things, just little tiny snippets of their lives going by my
Yeah.
camera and all of life, right? I've had this thing about radical utilitarianism, and I'm going to have to go in a few, by the way, because I've got a haircut scheduled for 11:30
Oh,
Eastern
you're
time.
gonna do great. It's gonna be a great haircut.
Yeah, I need it. I need it. I have to beautify myself here before I go over to the Washington Tattoo at the Listener Auditorium down at George Washington
Oh,
University later today, which is a big military music program. That's
cool.
what a tattoo is. It means turn the taps to, get the soldiers back in from the pub. And this is a
Oh,
matinee edition of it, but it's a big deal. That
I heard tattoo, and I was like, oh, you're getting some ink.
it's
Okay,
spelled
cool.
that way. It's spelled that way.
Oh,
And it
it
is
is
just
spelled
a
that way.
corruption of turn the taps to in Dutch.
Oh,
The
interesting.
roots of
That's really
fife and
neat.
drum music and things of that sort. So there'll be pipers, there'll be drummers, there'll be fifers. And I'm not going to take my fife because I'm not part of the performance, but I'm going to be supporting them because they're going to have like 4-star generals there and stuff doing
Oh,
different
neat.
stuff as well for the army because the guys who developed it were in the old guard. One of them was in the fife and drum corps and was taught by a guy I taught as a recruit. So it's a generational thing. I take
Yeah.
my mask because of the wildfires. I just dropped my mask,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we're still under up in Illinois. It's
K95s.
very. Oh wow, nice.
Yep.
That's a neat mask. I haven't seen one like that.
Yep, it's just a regular K95 type there.
Cool.
We can
I
get
like the
them
color though.
That doesn't.
That's
This one
cool.
is kind of olive drab. Yeah, and I just noticed. Hey,
Yeah,
that's probably appropriate for the venue I'm going to.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Last time I was at one of these, I think was it last year or the year before, they had the Roland Drones as part of the performance, and they were a
Hmm.
group that did modern things like Summer of 60, whatever it is, Summer of 69, I guess it is, the song. You know that one? Got my
Maybe.
first real six string, bought it at the
Yeah,
find
yeah,
and
yeah,
dime.
yeah,
That
yeah.
one.
Okay,
They
okay.
did that with a bagpiper on the lead instrument.
Oh,
So they're the Rolling
that's different.
Drones instead of the Rolling Stones.
Oh, cute.
Anyway, they were nice. Yeah. Anyhow, what else
Real
do I want to
quick,
talk about? Yes, please.
before we let you go get your haircut, I just want
Yep.
to give a quick update. I know not everyone checks notes, but Petpedia is the app that I'm building with my web dev guy named Dwayne, who has also built the Astro Arcana app. Again, I'm not tied to Astro Arcana, so don't come after me if you don't like the match compatibility you get. But Petpedia update. That is an app that I am building and I do believe in, and it will make it easier for pets to have better lives because you can get advice and also create care sheets that you can give to your pet sitter, to your boarding, to your vet. That has all the information about your pet. Cats and dogs right now. We might get into exotics later, but we were at a standstill, Hal, for a while because something happened in the back end where
Oh,
the
sorry.
AI model, they lost support. Uh-oh, did I cut out the entire time? I hope
No, no,
not.
you're fine. You're there.
Anyway,
You're there.
okay, good, good. Phew. But this app, we're now full steam ahead again because my AI guy, Dwayne, I keep calling him Dane. I need to stop that. Dwayne, he was able to create the model on your phone.
Hmm.
So what that means is when you download the app, it downloads the information on your phone. It's going to be pretty big, but still only half the size of one of my favorite game apps that I like to play. So not too big, but uh, that means security. All of your personal information stays on your phone. So that's pretty cool. And then also stability, there won't be any lag or issues with it trying to connect to anything because again the information is going to be stored on your phone. So I thought that was really cool. He's
Cool.
able to now work on the little minor details and things, and then we should have it launched.
Also going to be on first on Android, correct?
Yeah, I want to have it on Android and Apple, and I don't want to release it until it's available on both. So that's
Got it.
why we're going to plan for by the end of the year. Because yeah, I need to have it tested on Apple phones anyway. So because
Great.
we've only tested on Android phones. So yeah, it
Are
will
you
be
looking
available
for
on both.
Are you looking for testers?
Actually, so I have 20 or 30 testers already lined up
Great.
because they did the first one and they wanted many Apple users wanted to test and they couldn't yet. So they're waiting for that too. But yes, if anyone is interested in testing, certainly send me a message and we'll get you set up for that for later when it's available for that final round of testing. Yeah, really excited about the app when it released by the end of this year. And again, we're not going to charge anybody for if you want to ask the app any questions about your pet, or even if you find a dog on the side of the road or whatever, it will tell you what to do. It will help you find a vet nearby your area and things absolutely for free. We're not going to limit the number of questions that you can ask it. I think that's garbage, and I hate apps that do that and AI that does that. So all of that will be free. The only thing that would be paid would be a paid subscription. You become a Possum member. That's PAW some,
Oh,
and
cool.
that's just if you want to be able to put your pet's actual information on it. But yeah, Hal, I know you got to get your hair cut, so
Well, thank you for that.
all the
Yeah,
best
I'm
to you.
sorry that I didn't
Yeah,
time it a little bit better because we could have been gone another
no
half
worries.
an hour, but let's do another one soon. I mean,
Okay,
it's been a little while. I don't know when our
it
last
has
one
been.
was, but I've actually gotten a little more spotty about it since I have been doing the front of house thing, and the
Right.
schedule is not regular. Every
Yeah.
time I don't know when I'm going to be working and when I'm not going to be working. So we're still
Right.
working on that. but I do get a little bit of an advance. And I think that, I've cut way back the last couple of weeks because I told
Mhm.
them I needed to drive my wife to work and back.
Oh,
And then I think they globalized it and were like, oh, he only wants to work midday shifts and we can only give him one a week because they're kind of the premium shifts. But if you're not
oh,
opening and you're not closing, it's a little less stressful. And therefore, those are at a high premium. If you're opening and closing, there's a lot to do, in a fairly short,
yeah.
compressed amount of time. And I'm lousy at closing because I always stretch it out to an extra half an hour to do the wet mopping and my shoulders acting up, and I'm just not good
Oh,
at it. So,
yeah.
at my age, I'm not going to be as great at this as a 20-year-old is. So,
Right.
but I'm really lucky to have a
You're
gig
liking it.
that they
That's good.
actually took me in, even though I am an
Yeah.
older person. I'm definitely the
Yeah.
oldest on the crew, and
Yeah.
learning to be treated like a 20-year-old is
Yeah.
not a bad thing either. And you end up with this kind of equanimity about it. It's like, oh, well, I didn't know what I don't know. So if I
Yeah.
need to be corrected, it doesn't really get on my nerves much. And
Right.
I don't end up
You've
taking
got the
much home.
maturity. Yeah.
The only thing that really bugs me sometimes is a customer sometimes is unhappy and at the same time doesn't really have a leg to stand on. But I've been that guy before. I remember one time, I'll tell this story real quick. We were
Okay.
stopped at the Jean Bonnet Tavern. My apologies to the Jean Bonnet Tavern staff in advance. I ordered a medium filet mignon, and it
Okay.
came charred.
Uh-oh.
And I sent it back, and then the guy said, "Well, you know, the grill runs really hot." And I said, "Well, I guess he's got to get the hang of it, huh?" And it was as if somebody had died. It left my
Oh.
lips. But it was sort of
Oh.
true. The guy
Yes.
should not have been offering me any excuse at all for that charred
Sure.
medium fillet. But,
Yeah.
it is what it is. And I
It
felt
is what it
so
is.
bad. I wanted to cry. And my wife was just like, wanted to be anywhere else on the planet.
She was
So
like,
I have been
"Yeah,
that
you
guy,
didn't have a
definitely.
filter on, Hal.
8 minutes to
No
get
filter."
there, so I better hit it. And thank you
Yeah.
all for
Okay.
joining. Come back to Harrowing sometime, and we'll catch Jessica again. And Jessica, good luck. I'm really
Thank you.
on your side with that job search.
Yes. Good
Keep
luck to
going.
you too, Hal.
Oh, look
And
me up
best
on
of
LinkedIn. I'm
wishes
Hal
for your
Gill
mom.
there. Yeah, look at me up on
Yeah.
LinkedIn. Connect. You can use my network.
Okay. Will do. All
See
right.
you
Thanks,
later.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.